Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about the pen that I ordered from some days ago, and it has arrived in the mailbox today. This is the Jinhao X450. I've skipped the unboxing part and did the unboxing off camera, but it came in this box that you see right here. It says Jinhao, and the logo is some horse carriage with two people on it and something like a chariot. And on this side of the box you get to see the stamp with the Chinese traditional chop, although I can't quite make out what it's saying. On this side of the box it reads Jinhao Xu Xie Gong Qian. Jinhao Xu Xie Gong Qian. And this says Wang Luo Qian Xian Dian Yong Bao Qian. And on the next side of the box it says, I recognize this word. It says Shanghai Qian Gu Wen Jian You Gen Gong Si. It means Shanghai Pen Company, and this is the website where you can probably look at all Jinhao stuff online. Nothing much on either of the corner. It's the exact same logo as the one that you see here. I got to say that the box is quite underwhelming, but then again, what do you expect from a $3 pen? Apple style? Absolutely not, right? So this was the box that came with the pen, and when I opened the box it came like this. So all I had to do was to pull this apart, and the pen was finally out of the box. First time I saw this pen, I was in awe, because for a pen that costs me less than $3, this is really very nice and weighty. The colors really very classy. This part here, there is a special name for it, but I kind of forgot what it's called. Is it the washer or the trim? Whatever it's called, there's I would guess some kind of a laser engraving that says Jinhao. And if you look at this other side, it has the model number, which says X450, which is nice. Sounds like some expensive car model, an X model with a 4.5 liter engine. Here another gold trim, so I just find that red and gold goes very well together. Really very classy look. This is the clip. If you could see, I was a little bit struggling pulling the clip from this holding paper. It's really super tight. See? So if you want to put this pen in your breast pocket, which would quite undoubtedly be thicker than this paper, then you're going to struggle quite a bit. It's just something to think about. So this clip is tight. On this clip itself, you can see 3 dots. 1, 2, and 3. I have no idea what this 3 dots stand for, but I am guessing that because it's a normal thing for Chinese people to have 3 characters in their names, so each dot represents 1 Chinese character. The pen is really very well and solidly made. It's not cheap or plasticky at all. In fact, when I flick the pen, the barrel, I actually feel that vibration and a bit of that springy effect, which suggests that it's really made of quite heavy metal. Real metal, no plastic in here. I don't believe that plastic has this reaction when you tap on it. This is not plastic. There's no springy reaction. I don't have a plastic pen, so I can't try it on plastic, but surely this one feels really solidly made. Red and gold, absolutely brilliant. Really very brilliant. I am so in love with the looks of this pen, and I am very glad that I made this purchase. Makes me want to stare at it all day long. Now if I try to open this pen, and one thing I don't like about it so far is the fact that it opens and closes real tightly. So some people might like it. It gives you that firm, solid feeling, but to open the pen is a bit of a struggle. Not a struggle, but requires more energy than you need with other pens. But it's just me being pedantic with this pen. Absolutely not a deal breaker at all. The grip here is quite similar to the one that I have on the Lamy All-Star, which is nice and ergonomic. It's well aligned so that when you're gripping the section, the nib is angled at the right angle, which is good. It kind of forces or leads you to using the pen correctly. This part here is plastic, but definitely no signs of cheapness at all. And then if you look at the nib, It's a two-tone nib. It says here, although I'm quite sure you can't pick it out on the camera, but it says here Jinhao and 18 kgp, which I assume to be 18 karat gold plated. There is absolutely no gold in this nib for sure, but because it's gold in color, so I think that's what it's referring to. The design of the nib is quite classy. I like it. It has that shoulder part here, and breather hole, and the tines. This nib apparently is broad, which is a nice collection, which is a nice thing to add to my collection, because I don't have a, no, it's not broad, sorry, it's medium, and I don't have a real medium nib in my collection so far. I've actually already inked up this pen. I don't need to show you the inking process. I'm sure that if you're watching this video, you would already know how it's done. But in case you don't know, this here is the converter. It's a piston style converter, and I've already put in an ink in there. It's quite okay. The capacity is not exactly very high, considering the fact that this pen is a gas guzzler or an ink guzzler, but it's not too bad. Let me just put this back. Alright, I'm not so sure if I've had it positively secured, but I'm guessing so. There is no click sound to tell me that I've done it right, but I'm guessing it should be okay. Screw the barrel back on, and we can start writing with this pen. Because this pen is quite leaky, already I've stained my paper and my fingers, so I don't know if this is the result of me being careless or a poorly built or poorly put together pen which causes it to be leaky. I'm going to blame myself and give this pen the benefit of the doubt. Now let's start writing. Now before I begin, I think that this pen, the cap alone, is almost the same weight as the whole of my Pilot Metropolitan. Seriously, I'm not kidding. They're about the same weight. So I'm not so sure that I want to post this pen. It's gonna completely tilt this pen backwards and tip it this way and make me lose its balance. So it's best to not write it posted. I'll write that down. It's really not too bad. Very smooth. Very smooth, in fact. So smooth that it's smoother than two of my more expensive pens that I have. In fact, it's smoothest pen so far. Very smooth. There is absolutely no need at all to change this nib into something else. There is nothing wrong, absolutely nothing wrong with the stock nib. Why is it that I read online of people exchanging their stock nib to something of higher quality? Don't fix whatever's not broken. There is really nothing wrong with this pen. In fact, there's nothing wrong with this nib. In fact, this here is my favorite nib so far. It's smoother than my Lamy All-Star and even my Pilot Metropolitan. And because the nib is in medium and it's very wet, it brings out the shading of this ink that otherwise on my other pens would never be revealed. Very nice. Jinhao X450 and stock nib. Absolutely don't have to change this nib at all. Accept it for what it is. This here will be my favorite pen. Absolutely my favorite. Don't see the fact that just because it's Chinese and very cheap, then you think that this is a pen that will have issues. Maybe in the long run it will have issues, but for a pen out of the box and just writing so far, it's so smooth, like an ice skater wearing a ice skating boot and gliding across the ice skating rink. So smooth. I've never had, or have never tried anything smoother than this. My goodness. So this was my review of the Jinhao X450. I just don't like the part where I have to put the cap back on. It's just so tight, and I'm kind of afraid that all this tightness, especially when I uncap it, it will cause some kind of a vacuum or a suction that will cause the ink to leak out. Only concern I have. Then again, I'm being pedantic. Otherwise, this pen is absolutely great. Awesome. I might consider getting a second Jinhao, maybe a different model, but so far I am liking it. It is really great. Absolutely. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and if you want to watch more of such video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Goodbye.